This is a story about a promise made in youth and a love that never faded. Life changed, time passed, but true love and a kept promise found its way home. Once upon a time, in a quiet corner of the countryside, where the grass swayed with the wind and the skies blushed with every sunrise, there lived a boy named Oliver and a girl named Sarah. They were best friends for as long as they could remember, sharing laughter and dreams. As they blossomed into young adults, so did their love. One day, under a sky filled with golden light, they promised to stay together forever. And in a small church, surrounded by friends and family, they made that promise official. They were married, hearts full of hope and joy. They moved to the city, chasing new dreams. Life was kind, simple, sweet, and full of love. But one day, while walking through a park, Sarah suddenly coughed and held her chest. Oliver grew concerned. Her illness worsened, and one evening, as they watched television, she coughed up blood. Oliver, terrified, rushed her to the hospital. The doctors delivered the cruel truth. Sarah had a rare virus, and it was already too late. She passed away not long after, leaving Oliver heartbroken. The day of her funeral was dark, with heavy rain soaking the cemetery. Oliver stood by her grave, weeping as thunder rumbled above. Friends and family were there, but his world felt empty. Days turned into weeks. Grief swallowed him. He drank too much, lost his job, and drifted through his days like a ghost himself. Sarah's memory haunted every corner of his life. Eventually, Oliver returned to their old farmhouse in the countryside, hoping the quiet might heal his heart. Time passed, the pain dulled. One day, at a small cafe, he met Livia, a woman with a light in her eyes and warmth in her smile. Slowly, gently, love bloomed again. They built a new life, had children, and filled the farmhouse with laughter once more. Years later, Oliver, now old and grey, was browsing through dusty shelves when he found an old photograph of Sarah. The memories flooded back like a summer storm. That night, something in his heart told him to visit her grave. He walked slowly through the cemetery, leaning gently on time-worn legs. The mist curled around the tombstones, and silence stretched like a blanket across the graves. Then he saw her, Sarah. Her ghost stood there, radiant and still young, just as she had been when they said goodbye. Her eyes sparkled with longing, and her arms stretched out, welcoming him home. She had waited. All those years, she remembered their promise when he had forgotten.
Shadows creep upon ancient